Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. If you love inspiring stories of hope and unexpected opportunities, you're in the right place. Today, we have a truly remarkable story that showcases how a single moment can change the course of someone's life forever. But before we dive in, we want to hear from you. Please drop a comment below and let us know what city you're watching from and what dreams you're currently pursuing. Your stories inspire us. Now, imagine this. You're cleaning floors in an empty arena, surrounded by silence. With your dreams feeling distant and forgotten, you might feel invisible, lost in the daily grind, when suddenly, a global superstar hears you singing. This isn't just a fantasy. It's the incredible journey of Karen, a pregnant janitor whose life takes an unexpected turn. As we share Karen's story, we'll explore themes of resilience, the power of support, and the importance of never giving up on your dreams. So, if you find inspiration in what you hear today, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Join our community of dreamers and believers, and let's spread positivity together. In a moment filled with uncertainty, hope can emerge from the most unexpected places. Karen's journey reminds us that even when life throws challenges our way, there's always a chance for transformation. So, sit back, relax, and let's embark on this inspiring tale of courage and redemption. Imagine a moment where everything you've ever dreamed of feels just out of reach. A moment where the daily grind of life seems to drown out your aspirations. Picture yourself in an enormous, empty arena, echoing with silence, the only sound being the soft hum of the ventilation system. You're not preparing for a concert. Instead, you're quietly cleaning the floors, your dreams lingering just beyond the horizon. This is where our story begins, with Karen, a pregnant janitor who thought her hopes had vanished forever. As she mops the floor, her voice unexpectedly rises, filling the cavernous space with the haunting beauty of one of Rihanna's own songs. Little does she know, every note she sings carries the weight of her unfulfilled dreams and the struggle she has faced. It's a moment both raw and powerful, capturing the essence of resilience and vulnerability. Now, imagine that this fleeting moment of solitude is about to change her life forever. Rihanna, stepping out from the shadows of her own preparations, hears this unexpected melody. It isn't just another tune. It's a cry for hope, a whisper of dreams that have been silenced for far too long. This chance encounter could be the spark that ignites a fire of transformation in Karen's life. What happens next will astonish you. Instead of merely walking away, Rihanna takes a moment to engage with Karen, to listen to her story. This isn't just a tale of fame and fortune. It's about the human connection that can change everything. It's about recognizing that talent can emerge from the most unexpected places, and that sometimes, all it takes is a little belief to turn a life around. So, stay tuned as we dive deeper into Karen's incredible journey. A story of unexpected transformation that will inspire you to hold on to your dreams, no matter how distant they may seem. But first, we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share where you're from and what dreams you're holding on to. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming stories like Karen's. Your support means the world to us. And together, we can continue to uplift each other through these inspiring narratives. In the vast, echoing silence of the arena, the atmosphere felt almost sacred. Rows of empty seats surrounded Karen as she diligently cleaned the polished concrete floor, each stroke of her mop a reminder of the dreams she once nurtured. This space, designed for grand performances and electric energy, now stood still, waiting for the magic that was about to unfold. Little did Karen know, today would be unlike any other. As she moved about, her thoughts drifted back to her childhood dreams of becoming a singer. She had always imagined herself on stage, the spotlight illuminating her face as she belted out heartfelt lyrics. But the harsh realities of life had long since silenced those dreams. The rejection she had faced years ago still echoed in her mind, a haunting refrain that told her she wasn't enough. Yet, in this moment of solitude, something awakened within her. She began to sing softly, her voice a fragile yet beautiful expression of her hidden emotions. The song was one of Rihanna's greatest hits, and as Karen sang, Her voice transformed the emptiness around her. It was raw and emotional, filled with the weight of her experiences, the struggles she had endured, the dreams she had set aside, and the longing to be heard. Each note carried years of unspoken dreams, resonating with a power that surprised even her. Unbeknownst to her, this was not just a moment of self-expression, it was a moment of destiny. Meanwhile, Rihanna was backstage, preparing for her performance. As a global superstar, she was accustomed to the bustling energy of her team, the sound checks, and the endless demands of fame. But that day, something felt different. The air was charged, and she felt an inexplicable pull toward the arena's entrance. As she stepped out, the haunting melody caught her attention, drawing her like a moth to a flame. Curiosity piqued. Rihanna followed the sound of the voice, her heart racing as she approached the stage. The sight before her was both poignant and striking, a pregnant janitor, lost in her own world, singing with all her heart. In that moment, time stood still. Rihanna stood in awe, captivated not only by the beauty of the voice, but also by the raw emotion that infused every word. For a brief instant, the world faded away. It was as if the arena itself held its breath, the silence amplifying the connection between these two women from vastly different worlds. Rihanna felt an overwhelming urge to reach out, to bridge the gap between their lives. She could see the potential in Karen, the spark of talent that had been muted by life's circumstances. As Karen finished her song, she turned and was taken aback to see Rihanna standing there, a figure of her dreams come to life. The reality of the moment was surreal. Was this really happening? Her heart raced, a mix of excitement and disbelief coursing through her veins. In that instant, everything could change. Rihanna approached Karen with a warm smile, her eyes shining with genuine admiration. "You have an incredible voice," she said, her voice filled with sincerity. "I couldn't help but listen. You need to share this gift with the world." Karen's heart swelled with emotions, hope, disbelief, and a flicker of possibility. Here was the person she had idolized for so long, standing before her, recognizing her talent in a way she had never experienced before. The years of rejection and silence seemed to evaporate, replaced by a newfound sense of purpose. But the encounter was more than just a compliment. Rihanna saw something in Karen that went beyond her voice. She saw a story, a journey that deserved to be shared. In that moment, the stars aligned, and an unexpected bond began to form, a connection that would pave the way for Karen's transformation. As they spoke, Rihanna learned about Karen's struggles, her dreams, and the sacrifices she had made. The conversation flowed easily, filled with laughter and shared experiences. Rihanna listened intently, her heart breaking for the challenges Karen had faced, but also swelling with pride for her resilience. "Let me help you," Rihanna said, her eyes sparkling with determination. "You shouldn't have to go through this alone. We can make something beautiful together." Karen was overwhelmed. This wasn't just a fleeting moment of kindness. It was a lifeline being thrown her way. For the first time in years, she felt seen, valued, and understood. The weight of her past began to lift, replaced by hope and the tantalizing possibility of a brighter future. As they parted ways that day, Karen felt a surge of energy coursing through her. She left the arena with a heart full of dreams, dreams that once felt distant but now seemed within reach. Rihanna's belief in her ignited a fire of determination, and she knew that this was just the beginning of a remarkable journey. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into how this unexpected moment transformed not just Karen's life, but also the lives of those around her. This story is a testament to the power of connection, the importance of believing in ourselves, and the magic that can happen when we least expect it. Karen's life had always felt like an uphill battle, a series of challenges that seemed to multiply with each passing year. Growing up in a small town, she was no stranger to hardship. Her childhood was marked by her parents' tumultuous relationship, which eventually led to their separation when she was just 10 years old. With her mother working multiple jobs to make ends meet, the burden of responsibility often fell on Karen's young shoulders. She became the caretaker of her younger siblings, sacrificing her own dreams for the sake of her family. Despite the chaos at home, Karen found solace in music. It was her refuge, a place where she could escape the struggles of daily life. She would often lock herself in her room, belting out songs from her favorite artists, imagining herself on stage, captivating an audience. But those moments were fleeting, overshadowed by the demands of reality. As she grew older, the weight of her responsibilities pressed down harder, and her dreams began to feel more like distant fantasies. By the time she reached high school, Karen was juggling studies, part-time jobs, and family obligations. She had always been a bright student, passionate about music and the arts. But the pressures of life forced her to push those aspirations aside. Her passion for singing became a whisper drowned out by the noise of everyday life. The once vibrant dreams began to fade, replaced by the necessity of survival. When she became pregnant at 17, her life took an unexpected turn. The father of her child had vanished, leaving her alone to navigate the challenges of impending motherhood. Faced with the daunting prospect of raising a child on her own, Karen felt her dreams slip further away. She knew she had to provide for her baby, so she took on a job as a janitor, working late nights to make ends meet. The job was grueling, and the hours were long, but it allowed her to support her child. Each night, as she cleaned the empty arena, she would sing softly to herself, the echo of her voice bouncing off the walls, reminding her of the dreams she once held so dear. It was a bittersweet experience. Her voice filled the space with beauty, yet it also served as a constant reminder of what she had lost. Karen often reflected on the choices she had made and the dreams she had let go. She would watch videos of performers on stage, and envy would wash over her. She longed to be there, under the bright lights, sharing her story through song. But the weight of her responsibilities kept her tethered to reality. She felt trapped in a cycle that seemed impossible to break. As the months went by, the emotional toll began to take its toll. The exhaustion from working long hours combined with the stress of being a single mother left her feeling depleted. There were days when she questioned her ability to keep going, but the love for her child kept her fighting. She wanted to be a role model, someone who could inspire her child to chase their dreams, even if that meant sacrificing her own. Despite the challenges, Karen was determined to create a better life for her child. She enrolled in night classes, hoping to earn her high school diploma and eventually pursue a career in music. But finding time to study while juggling work and motherhood was a monumental task. Every moment felt like a race against the clock, and Karen often found herself exhausted by the end of the day. Yet, amidst the struggle, there were glimmers of hope. She discovered community programs that offered support to single mothers, providing resources and encouragement. Through these programs, Karen met other women who shared similar struggles, and they formed a tight-knit support network. They uplifted each other, sharing dreams and aspirations, reminding one another that it was never too late to chase what truly mattered. One evening, during a local talent show at the community center, Karen found the courage to step on stage. It was a small event, but for her, it felt monumental. With her heart pounding, she sang a song that expressed her journey, the pain of loss, the struggle of motherhood, and the hope for a brighter future. As she sang, she felt a sense of liberation, a release of the burdens she had carried for so long. The audience responded with warmth and encouragement, igniting a flicker of hope within her. However, life continued to throw challenges her way. Just when things seemed to be looking up, she received news that her mother had fallen ill. Suddenly, Karen was thrust back into the role of caretaker, juggling her job, her studies, and her responsibilities as a mother. The emotional strain was overwhelming, yet she persevered, determined to be there for her family. Through it all, Karen held on to her dreams. Even when they felt impossibly distant, she continued to sing in the quiet moments, allowing her voice to soar despite the chaos surrounding her. The arena became her sanctuary, a place where she could express herself freely, even if only in solitude. As her story unfolds, we see the resilience and strength that define Karen. Her journey is a testament to the power of perseverance, the importance of community, and the unyielding spirit of a mother who refuses to give up on her dreams. This is just the beginning of her incredible transformation, and it all started with a simple song sung in an empty arena. Stay tuned as we explore how Karen's untold story intertwines with the unexpected moment that changed her life forever. Her journey is one of hope, empowerment, and the belief that no matter how difficult the path may seem, dreams are worth pursuing. Life has a way of throwing curveballs when we least expect them. And for Karen, the challenges seemed to multiply as she navigated her responsibilities as a young mother and caretaker. Just when she thought she had found a semblance of balance, new obstacles emerged, each more daunting than the last. The reality of her situation often felt like an uphill battle, testing her resilience and resolve daily. After the birth of her son, she quickly realized that motherhood was far more complex than she had ever imagined. The sleepless nights were exhausting, her days a blur of caring for an infant while trying to maintain her job as a janitor. The emotional toll was significant. As she grappled with feelings of isolation and doubt, she longed for companionship, for someone who could share the burden. But the absence of the father loomed large over her life, a constant reminder of what could have been. Financial struggles became a part of her everyday existence. The paycheck from her janitorial job barely covered the essentials, and unexpected expenses felt like a punch to the gut. A broken-down car or a medical bill could easily send her spiraling into debt. Despite her best efforts to save, it often felt like 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. The pressure to provide for her son weighed heavily on her shoulders, and the fear of failing him was a constant source of anxiety. In the midst of this, Karen faced an emotional challenge that struck deep. Her mother's health began to decline, a cruel twist that added another layer of responsibility to her already full plate. Karen had always admired her mother's strength, but now she found herself in the role of caregiver, supporting not just her child but also her ailing mother. The emotional strain was immense. She felt like she was living in a constant state of crisis, juggling doctor's appointments, caregiving duties, and her job left little room for self-care or even a moment to breathe. It was during this period that Karen began to feel the weight of loneliness more acutely. The friendships she had once cherished began to fade as her responsibilities consumed her. Many of her friends were either busy with their own lives or simply unable to understand the challenges she faced. The isolation was suffocating, and she often found herself yearning for connection, for someone to share her burdens with. Yet, every day was a cycle of survival, leaving little room for socializing or seeking help. To cope, Karen turned to her music, finding solace in the melodies that flowed from her heart. Singing became her escape, a way to express her emotions and release the pent-up frustrations that threatened to overwhelm her. The empty arena became her sanctuary, where she could pour her heart out without judgment. It was in these moments of solitude that she rediscovered her passion for music, using it as a tool for healing and self-reflection. But even as she found comfort in her voice, the challenges continued to mount. One evening, as she was cleaning the arena, a sudden storm rolled in, causing the roof to leak. The chaos that ensued left her scrambling to contain the flooding, all while trying to protect her equipment. The incident not only delayed her work, but also left her feeling defeated. The arena was supposed to be her sanctuary, a place where she could escape. But here it was, mirroring the turmoil of her life. By the time she returned home that night, drenched and exhausted, she was on the brink of tears. The thought of facing another day filled with struggles felt insurmountable. She had always prided herself on her strength, but at that moment, she felt utterly defeated. As she cradled her son in her arms, she knew she had to fight through the despair. His innocent smile reminded her of the reasons she persevered, even when the weight of the world felt too heavy to bear. As the weeks went by, Karen's challenges did not let up. A few months later, she faced another unexpected hurdle. Her mother was hospitalized due to complications from her illness. The news struck her like a thunderbolt. Karen found herself torn between her roles as a mother and caregiver, feeling like she was being pulled in 2 different directions. The emotional turmoil was overwhelming. She spent countless hours at the hospital, holding her mother's hand, whispering words of encouragement while also worrying about the responsibilities waiting for her at home. The strain of balancing it all took a toll on her mental health. There were days when she felt like she was drowning, suffocated by the weight of her circumstances. The feelings of hopelessness crept in, whispering doubts that threatened to extinguish the flicker of hope she had managed to maintain. Yet, even in the darkest moments, Karen found glimmers of strength within herself. The love for her son and her mother fueled her determination to keep pushing forward. It was during one of those late-night hospital visits that Karen had an epiphany. As she sat by her mother's bedside, she gazed out the window at the stars twinkling in the night sky. In that quiet moment, she realized that life was unpredictable, filled with both challenges and beauty. Just as the stars shone brightly even in the darkest nights, there was still hope for her dreams, no matter how distant they seemed. The very next day, she made a decision that would change everything. She reached out to the community support group she had once attended. It was time to reconnect with others who understood her struggles. The group welcomed her back with open arms, providing a much-needed sense of belonging and support. Sharing her story with other single mothers helped lighten her burden, and she discovered a network of women who were also fighting their battles. They rallied around each other, offering encouragement, advice, and a sense of camaraderie that had been missing from her life. In the weeks that followed, Karen found strength in vulnerability. She began to openly discuss her fears and challenges, and in doing so, she discovered that she wasn't alone. Many of the women in the group had faced similar struggles, and together they shared resources and strategies for coping with life's unexpected challenges. It was a powerful reminder that community could be a lifeline, offering support when the weight of the world felt unbearable. As Karen embraced this newfound connection, she also started to prioritize her music again. With the support of her friends, she began to write songs that reflected her journey, songs that spoke of resilience, love, and the unwavering spirit of a mother. The arena transformed into her creative sanctuary once more, where she could let her emotions flow freely through her voice. Through every challenge, every sleepless night, and every moment of doubt, Karen was not only surviving but also thriving. She learned that life's unexpected challenges could become stepping stones rather than roadblocks. With each hurdle she overcame, she grew stronger, more determined to reclaim her dreams and inspire others along the way. Stay tuned as we continue to explore how these challenges shaped Karen's journey, ultimately leading to the transformative moment that would redefine her life. This is a story of resilience, hope, and the belief that no matter how difficult the path may seem, we can rise above and find our light in the darkness. As Karen navigated the tumultuous waters of her life, struggling to balance motherhood, work, and the responsibilities of caring for her ailing mother, the unexpected encounter with Rihanna began to resonate deeply within her. After that fateful day in the arena, where her voice had captured the attention of the pop icon, Karen's life took on a new dimension, filled with both excitement and trepidation. Rihanna, known for her philanthropic spirit and dedication to the empowerment of women, felt an undeniable connection to Karen's story. After their initial meeting, she couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to Karen's journey, something that needed to be shared with the world. Inspired by Karen's resilience, Rihanna decided to take action, offering her support in a way that only someone in a position like hers could. A few days later, Karen received an unexpected call from Rihanna's management team. They expressed Rihanna's desire to meet with her again, this time to discuss potential opportunities that could help elevate her voice and story. Karen could hardly believe it. The whirlwind of emotions left her both exhilarated and anxious. This was a chance to step into the spotlight, something she had only dreamt of. Yet the fear of failure loomed large. When they met again, Rihanna exuded warmth and authenticity. "I want to help you share your story, Karen," she said, her voice filled with encouragement. "You have a gift, and I believe it deserves to be heard." As they talked, Rihanna learned more about Karen's challenges, her dreams, and the sacrifices she had made for her family. It was clear that Rihanna was not just offering a fleeting moment of kindness. She was genuinely invested in helping Karen find her voice. Rihanna's intervention came in the form of mentorship and guidance. She introduced Karen to a network of music industry professionals who could help her develop her talent. It was a surreal experience for Karen, who had spent years dreaming of this very moment. With Rihanna by her side, she felt a renewed sense of purpose and determination. This was her chance to reclaim her dreams and inspire others along the way. The first step was a songwriting workshop that Rihanna had arranged for Karen. Surrounded by talented musicians and industry veterans, Karen felt both intimidated and excited. The workshop was designed to foster creativity and collaboration, allowing participants to express their stories through music. For Karen, it was a safe space where she could finally open up about her struggles and use her voice to connect with others. As the days went by, Karen immersed herself in the songwriting process. Guided by experienced mentors, she poured her heart into the lyrics, weaving together her experiences as a single mother, her journey of resilience, and the love she held for her family. The cathartic process of writing allowed her to confront her fears and embrace her vulnerabilities, transforming pain into powerful melodies. Rihanna made it a point to visit the workshop regularly, offering encouragement and feedback. She shared her own experiences in the music industry, the highs and lows, the challenges and triumphs. Her presence was a constant reminder to Karen that success was not always a straight path. It was often a winding road filled with obstacles that could be overcome with perseverance and hard work. As the workshop progressed, Karen began to blossom. Her confidence grew, and she found herself in a supportive environment where her voice was celebrated rather than silenced. The other participants became her friends, sharing their own stories and struggles, creating a sense of camaraderie that fueled her determination. Each session was a reminder that they were all in this together, striving to turn their dreams into reality. Eventually, the workshop culminated in a showcase event where participants would perform their original songs in front of an audience. For Karen, this was both thrilling and terrifying. The thought of sharing her story on stage sent butterflies fluttering in her stomach. Yet, with Rihanna's encouragement echoing in her mind, she knew this was an opportunity she could not pass up. On the night of the showcase, the atmosphere was electric. Friends, family, and music industry professionals filled the venue, eager to witness the talent that had emerged from the workshop. Karen stood backstage, her heart racing as she prepared to take the stage. The memories of her struggles and the sacrifices she had made flooded her mind. But this time, they were accompanied by a sense of hope and purpose. When her name was called, Karen stepped into the spotlight, the warm glow of the stage lights enveloping her. The audience fell silent as she took a deep breath, grounding herself in the moment. As she began to sing her original song, the lyrics flowed from her heart, each note resonating with the emotions she had bottled up for so long. She sang not just for herself, but for every woman who had ever felt unheard, for every mother who had struggled against the odds. As the final note hung in the air, the audience erupted into applause, a wave of support crashing over her. Tears filled Karen's eyes as she took in the moment, the culmination of her journey, the realization that her voice mattered. In that instant, she felt a profound shift within herself. She had stepped into her power, embracing her identity as an artist and a storyteller. Rihanna, standing at the front of the audience, beamed with pride. She knew that this was just the beginning for Karen. The intervention she had orchestrated was not merely about launching a career. It was about empowering a woman to believe in herself, to reclaim her dreams, and to inspire others along the way. In the weeks that followed, the momentum continued to build. Karen received offers to collaborate with other musicians, and her story began to gain traction through social media and local news outlets. With Rihanna's guidance, she learned how to navigate the music industry, and slowly but surely, her dreams began to materialize. Yet, amid the excitement, Karen remained grounded. She understood the importance of using her platform to uplift others who faced similar challenges. With each opportunity that came her way, she committed to sharing her journey, advocating for single mothers and those who had struggled to find their voices. Her story became a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of resilience and community. As Karen's star began to rise, she often reflected on the unexpected moment that had changed her life forever. It was a reminder that even in the darkest times, there is always a glimmer of hope. With the support of those who believed in her, Karen was on a path to not only fulfill her dreams, but also to inspire countless others to do the same. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the transformative journey of Karen, the challenges she faces, and the impact she makes as she steps into her new reality. This is a story of hope, empowerment, and the belief that we can all rise above our circumstances and create a life filled with purpose and passion. As Karen embraced her newfound role in the music world, she quickly discovered that the transformative journey was not just about her ascent to fame. It was also a profound personal evolution. The spotlight brought with it a whirlwind of experiences, challenges, and opportunities for growth that would shape her into the artist and woman she aspired to be. The initial excitement of performing at the showcase soon gave way to the realities of the music industry. With each new engagement, Karen found herself faced with decisions that tested her values and priorities. She was no longer just a single mother trying to make ends meet. She was an emerging artist with a story to tell, and she wanted to tell it authentically. Karen's schedule became increasingly demanding, filled with rehearsals, songwriting sessions, and meetings with industry professionals. At times, the pace felt overwhelming, and she often found herself questioning whether she could balance her ambitions with her responsibilities as a mother. The fear of losing sight of her original goals, building a better life for her son, and being a positive role model, loomed large in her mind. However, with each challenge she faced, Karen learned to lean into her support system. Rihanna continued to mentor her, offering guidance and wisdom gained from years of navigating the industry. "Remember why you started this journey," Rihanna would remind her. "Your story is powerful, and it's what makes you unique. Don't lose sight of that." One of the most transformative moments came when Karen was invited to perform at a charity event aimed at supporting single mothers. The event resonated deeply with her. It was an opportunity to give back and advocate for a cause that was close to her heart. As she prepared her setlist, she decided to write a new song that encapsulated her journey, the struggles, the triumphs, and the unconditional love she felt for her son. When the day of the event arrived, the atmosphere was electric. Karen stood backstage, her heart pounding, not only from nerves, but from the weight of the significance of this performance. She was about to share her story with an audience filled with women who could relate to her struggles, women who had fought their own battles and emerged stronger. As she took the stage, the audience welcomed her with open arms. Karen began to sing, her voice carrying the raw emotion of her journey. The lyrics spoke of hope and resilience, a message that resonated deeply with those in attendance. As she sang, she could see the faces of mothers in the crowd. Some were nodding along, others were wiping away tears. In that moment, she felt a profound connection with them, a shared understanding that transcended words. When she finished her performance, the applause was deafening. But more than the applause, it was the messages she received afterward that touched her heart. Women approached her, sharing their own stories of struggle and triumph, thanking her for being a voice for them. Karen realized that her journey was not just about her own transformation. It was about creating a space for others to feel seen and heard. Inspired by the impact of that performance, Karen decided to take her advocacy further. She began to collaborate with local organizations focused on supporting single mothers, using her platform to raise awareness and funds for their initiatives. Each event she participated in deepened her commitment to making a difference, and she found herself not only growing as an artist, but also as a leader in her community. The road wasn't without its challenges. As her music career gained momentum, she faced criticism and skepticism from those who doubted her ability to succeed. There were moments when self-doubt crept in, and the pressure to conform to industry standards felt suffocating. Yet, she remembered the lessons she had learned from Rihanna and her own experiences. She knew that authenticity was her greatest asset, and she refused to compromise her values for the sake of success. With each new song she wrote, Karen poured her heart into the music, crafting lyrics that reflected her journey and the stories of those around her. Her songs became anthems of empowerment, resonating with audiences who found solace in her words. She began to see the transformative power of music, not just for herself, but for everyone who listened. As her fan base grew, so did her opportunities. Karen was invited to perform at larger venues and music festivals, each performance a chance to share her message with even more people. She embraced the spotlight with grace and humility, always reminding herself of the journey that had brought her here. One of the defining moments of her career came when she was invited to participate in a televised music competition. It was an opportunity that could catapult her career to new heights. But it also came with its own set of challenges. The competition was fierce, and she was up against talented artists from all over the country. The pressure was immense, and the stakes felt higher than ever. As she prepared for the competition, Karen faced moments of doubt. Would she be able to rise to the occasion? Could she maintain her authenticity amidst the competitiveness of the industry? In those moments, she leaned on her support system, seeking advice from Rihanna and the friends she had made along the way. Stay true to yourself, Rihanna advised. Remember, this is about your journey. Focus on sharing your story and connecting with people. With those words in mind, Karen stepped onto the stage for the first round of the competition. The lights were bright, and the audience was buzzing with anticipation. As she began to sing, she drew on the strength of her experiences, the struggles, the triumphs, and the love that fueled her passion. The performance was heartfelt and authentic, and as the last note lingered in the air, she felt a sense of peace wash over her. The judges praised her for her originality and emotional depth, and she advanced to the next round. Each performance became an opportunity for her to share her story with a wider audience. And with every step, she felt more empowered. The competition pushed her to hone her craft, to explore new avenues of creativity, and to embrace the full spectrum of her artistry. Throughout the journey, Karen remained committed to her role as a mother. She made it a priority to involve her son in her music whenever possible, sharing the joy of creativity with him, whether it was writing songs together or having him join her on stage during a performance. She wanted him to see the power of following one's dreams. As the competition progressed, Karen found herself not only gaining recognition as an artist, but also building a community of supporters who resonated with her message. Fans reached out to her, sharing how her music had inspired them to pursue their own dreams or overcome their challenges. These connections fueled her passion and reminded her of the impact she could make through her art. With each performance, she was not just competing, she was building a legacy. The transformative journey had taught her that success was not solely defined by accolades or fame, but by the lives she touched along the way. Stay tuned as we continue to explore Karen's remarkable evolution as an artist and advocate, navigating the complexities of her newfound success while remaining true to her roots. Her journey is a testament to the power of resilience, the importance of community, and the belief that dreams can indeed become a reality when we dare to pursue them. In our increasingly interconnected world, the health of individuals and communities is significantly shaped by global leadership dynamics. The interplay between health policies, economic stability, social equity, and cultural factors creates a complex landscape that influences health initiatives across nations. As we navigate these complexities, understanding the broader context of global health becomes essential. Global leadership in health involves a diverse array of actors, including governments, international organizations, non-governmental organizations, NGOs, and private sector entities. Each stakeholder plays a vital role in formulating and implementing health policies that can have far-reaching impacts on health outcomes. For instance, organizations like the World Health Organization, WHO, provide crucial frameworks for addressing public health challenges, while national governments are tasked with translating these guidelines into actionable policies. Effective leadership in this arena is characterized by collaboration, transparency, and a commitment to equity. Leaders must navigate the intricacies of varying political environments, cultural norms, and economic conditions. This demands not only a thorough understanding of health issues, but also the ability to build partnerships and engage stakeholders at all levels, from local communities to international agencies. A pressing challenge in global health is the persistent issue of health disparities. Inequities in access to healthcare, socioeconomic status, and education result in significant differences in health outcomes. To combat these disparities, global leaders must prioritize health equity, ensuring that marginalized populations receive the necessary support and resources to improve their health status. This requires a multifaceted approach that advocates for policies promoting social justice, such as universal health coverage and targeted interventions for vulnerable groups. Globalization further complicates the health landscape, presenting both challenges and opportunities. The rapid movement of people, goods, and information can facilitate the spread of diseases, as witnessed during the COVID-19 pandemic. However, globalization also allows for the sharing of knowledge and best practices across borders. Leaders must foster international collaboration and communication to navigate these complexities effectively. Strengthening global health security measures and improving surveillance systems are crucial for protecting public health on a global scale. In recent years, health has emerged as a global priority, with infectious diseases, maternal and child health, mental health, and non-communicable diseases receiving significant attention. The Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, set by the United Nations underscore the importance of health and well-being, aiming to ensure healthy lives for all at every age. Global leaders have a unique opportunity to champion health initiatives that align with these goals. By promoting investments in healthcare infrastructure, research, and innovation, they can drive progress toward achieving the SDGs. Engaging communities in health decision-making processes is equally important to ensure that interventions are culturally relevant and effective. The global leadership health context is marked by its complexity and interconnectedness. As we confront unprecedented health challenges, effective leadership that prioritizes equity, collaboration, and innovation is essential. By addressing health disparities and embracing the opportunities offered by globalization, global leaders can pave the way for a healthier, more equitable world. The journey toward improved health outcomes requires commitment, resilience, and a shared vision for a better future. As we reflect on the transformative journeys within global health leadership, several key lessons emerge that can guide future efforts in this complex and interconnected field. These lessons highlight the importance of collaboration, equity, and adaptability in addressing health challenges and improving outcomes for communities worldwide. One of the foremost lessons is the critical role of collaboration among stakeholders. Effective global health initiatives are rarely the result of isolated efforts. They thrive on partnerships that bring together governments, non-governmental organizations, community groups, and the private sector. By pooling resources, knowledge, and expertise, stakeholders can create comprehensive strategies that address health issues more effectively. Collaboration fosters innovation and enables the sharing of best practices, ultimately leading to improved health outcomes. Equity is another fundamental lesson that must underpin all health initiatives. Addressing health disparities requires a commitment to social justice and a focus on marginalized populations. Leaders must advocate for policies that ensure equitable access to healthcare and resources, recognizing that health outcomes are often influenced by socioeconomic factors. By prioritizing health equity, leaders can create a more inclusive approach that benefits all members of society, particularly those who are most vulnerable. Adaptability also stands out as a crucial lesson in global health leadership. The landscape of public health is constantly evolving, influenced by factors such as emerging diseases, changing demographics, and shifting political landscapes. Effective leaders must be willing to adapt their strategies in response to new challenges and opportunities. This requires not only flexibility but also a proactive approach to identifying potential threats and leveraging advancements in technology and knowledge. Another important lesson is the power of community engagement. Successful health initiatives often stem from a deep understanding of the communities they aim to serve. Engaging with local populations allows leaders to grasp the unique challenges and cultural nuances that influence health behaviors and outcomes. By involving communities in the decision-making process, leaders can ensure that interventions are relevant, effective, and sustainable. This grassroots approach fosters a sense of ownership among community members, empowering them to take an active role in their health. Sustainability is a key consideration in any global health strategy. Initiatives that lack a long-term vision may achieve short-term success but often fail to create lasting impact. Leaders must prioritize sustainable practices in health programs, ensuring that they are financially viable and capable of continuing beyond initial funding periods. This may involve investing in local capacity building, training community health workers, and developing infrastructure that supports ongoing health efforts. Additionally, the importance of data and evidence-based decision-making cannot be overstated. In a world where health challenges are multifaceted and dynamic, having access to accurate and timely data is essential for effective planning and intervention. Leaders must prioritize the collection and analysis of health data to inform their strategies and measure progress. Evidence-based decision-making not only enhances the effectiveness of health initiatives, but also builds trust among stakeholders and communities. Finally, the role of global health leadership in advocating for systemic change is paramount. While addressing immediate health challenges is critical, leaders must also recognize the broader social determinants of health that contribute to inequities. This requires a comprehensive approach that tackles issues such as poverty, education, and environmental factors. By addressing these root causes, leaders can create a more equitable and just health system that benefits everyone. In summary, the journey toward improved global health outcomes is complex and requires a multifaceted approach. The lessons learned from successful health initiatives underscore the importance of collaboration, equity, adaptability, community engagement, sustainability, data-driven decision-making, and systemic change. By embracing these principles, global health leaders can navigate the challenges ahead and work toward a healthier, more equitable future for all. As we conclude our exploration of global health leadership and its transformative impact, it is essential to reflect on the journey we have undertaken and the lessons learned along the way. The challenges facing global health are vast and multifaceted, yet they are not insurmountable. With effective leadership grounded in collaboration, equity, and adaptability, we can pave the way for healthier communities and a more equitable world. The COVID-19 pandemic has underscored the interconnectedness of our global health landscape. It has revealed vulnerabilities in health systems while simultaneously highlighting the resilience and innovation that can arise in times of crisis. This period has been a stark reminder that health is not merely an individual concern, but a collective responsibility. The actions taken in one part of the world can have profound effects elsewhere, emphasizing the necessity for a unified approach to health challenges. As we move forward, it is crucial for leaders in health to prioritize collaboration across sectors and borders. The integration of diverse perspectives and expertise will be paramount in crafting effective solutions. By fostering partnerships among governments, NGOs, community organizations, and the private sector, we can leverage resources and knowledge to address health disparities and improve outcomes for all populations. Equity must remain at the forefront of our efforts. The lessons learned from past initiatives emphasize that health disparities are deeply rooted in social determinants. Addressing these disparities requires a commitment to social justice and a willingness to challenge systemic inequalities. Leaders must advocate for policies that ensure access to healthcare for marginalized populations and actively work to dismantle barriers that perpetuate inequity. Adaptability will also be a crucial trait for leaders navigating the evolving landscape of global health. The ability to respond swiftly to emerging challenges, whether they be infectious disease outbreaks, climate change impacts, or shifting demographics, is essential. Leaders must embrace a proactive stance, continuously assessing the needs of communities and adjusting strategies accordingly to ensure that health interventions remain relevant and effective. Community engagement is vital for the success of health initiatives. By listening to the voices of those we aim to serve, leaders can gain invaluable insights into the unique challenges and cultural contexts that shape health behaviors. Engaging communities not only fosters trust but also empowers individuals to take ownership of their health, leading to more sustainable and impactful outcomes. As we continue to learn from both successes and failures, the importance of data-driven decision-making cannot be overstated. Collecting and analyzing health data is essential for informed planning and evaluation. By utilizing evidence-based approaches, leaders can enhance the effectiveness of interventions and build a stronger case for resource allocation, ultimately leading to improved health outcomes. In advocating for systemic change, global health leaders must remain vigilant in addressing the broader social determinants of health. This holistic approach recognizes that health is influenced by a multitude of factors beyond the healthcare system. By tackling issues such as poverty, education, and environmental sustainability, we can create a more just and equitable framework for health that benefits all individuals. In closing, the path toward improved global health is not only a challenge but an opportunity, a chance to build a healthier and more equitable world for future generations. By embracing collaboration, equity, adaptability, community engagement, sustainability, and data-driven decision-making, we can navigate the complexities of global health leadership. The journey ahead demands commitment, resilience, and a shared vision. But together, we can work towards a future where health is a fundamental right for everyone, regardless of their circumstances. Let us move forward with hope, courage, and an unwavering dedication to the health and well-being of all communities around the globe.